Alright, today we are attempting to hike Potash Mountain in the White Mountains of New Hampshire. Elevation is approximately 2,680 feet, and as you can hopefully see, still some snow on the ground, and it's raining. It's going to be one of those days. Oh well, let's see how it holds out for us. This is just a short hike. Can't be more than 4 miles round trip. Alright, the beginning of this forest road had quite a few patches of leftover snow, but snow seems to be dissipating, as is the snow over there. And if I didn't tell you before, we're taking this road to avoid the crossing of Downs Brook on the Mount Potash trail, which in these conditions is probably impossible. And I will meet you at the Mount Potash trail. Alright, we have arrived at the Mount Potash trail. There's an arrow sign pointing that way. That's where he came from, down there. And that's the trail that we skipped that crosses Downs Brook. Don't feel like getting terribly wet feet. We're on the Mount Potash trail now. And now we continue. We're getting to the first signs of snow on the trail proper, not counting the fire road. I left my snowshoes in my truck, so I'll see how far I can go. There's a fairly long section of trail right there. Has basically a big monorail, but as you go up here, it's clear, mostly anyway. Very, very odd. Alright, we should be getting fairly close to the lookout where my dad and I turned back in 2010. We originally thought that was a summit, so he just went there and called it a day. Come to find out, the real summit's farther up the trail. So, not going to make this mistake again. This is it. This is the ledge where my dad and I turned back 4 years ago. And now, 4 years after that ill-fated attempt, I'm going to attempt to make it to the top of this thing. Potash Mountain. There's a view here, not much of one, but hopefully it'll be better at the top. Gotta take a quick breather, and then make it to the top, hopefully. The trail conditions are getting pretty yucky. Good thing I brought spikes, and I'm probably gonna wear them from the top all the way until I get to the point at the bottom where there's no snow on the trail. Oh boy. Alright, that sign is self-explanatory. Protect sensitive habitats by staying on the trail. So, I mean, we should be getting pretty close now. We've reached what appears to be the upper ledges. Hopefully you don't have to do any serious climbing or scrambling, because the entire trail is either wet or snowy. Let's see what this holds. We made it. We've arrived at the summit of Potash Mountain, elevation 2,680 feet in the Sandwich Range of New Hampshire. And here's what view we have. Could be better, but at least there is one. So I'm thankful for that, especially since this is a 52 of the view peak. I don't know how those rules go, but if you need to have a view from the top, i.e. no clouds, something or whatever, I pass. That is a land survey marker from the United States Forest Service to determine state and federal properties and whatnot. Man, what a trek getting here. From slush to dry to wet ground, a little bit of dry ground, and the upper part was just all wet rock, and that's the part that I'm looking forward to descending the least. And I have no pole or poles, so I may have to just do a combination of crab walking and butt sliding. But the way I see it, it's what is it, 1:10 now, so I have about 6 hours to get down. Although hopefully it won't take me 6 hours. Yep, despite the trudge, somewhat of a trudge to get here. Nice trails, I mean good woods, nice smell to them, and the summit is well worth it. So I'm just gonna stick around for a little bit and then I'll see you back at the trailhead. Oh sure, now the sun comes out, just as I'm going down and past all the views. Whew, my goodness. Oh well, at least I got something, and I'm not running back out there to get any more. Well, we've arrived back at the trailhead, or the start of the forest road rather. Forest Road 11 to be exact. Despite the trudge that it kind of was, it was nice. I mean, the woods were scenic, the views weren't too shabby either, a little bit clouded, and the woods had a nice scent to them, so to speak. So the verdict, if you're planning to hike this mountain in the near future, leave the snowshoes in your car. Bring light traction and expect to use it, although I personally didn't use mine because I was too lazy to take them out of my backpack, but there are spots where I could and should have used them. So far so good. Now see you on my next adventure.